First snow. A hand reaches down, grabs a handful, and throws it into my open mouth. Cold, a crunchy, nearly sticky feeling, a taste like iron, like blood. The taste of snow is mostly the food residue and slime, and bacteria and dead cells on your tongue. I can still see every moment of that day. Play, rewind, slow motion. It's all there, a movie locked in my head for the rest of my life. It snowed today. When I saw the first snowflakes this morning sitting in my car, I felt a shiver. Since then, the tape keeps playing, keeps rewinding, keeps playing. I was 8. Dad threw the snow boots on my bed. Come on. But it's freezing. He laughed with that deep, growling laugh that I miss. There's no reason to be scared. I'm not scared. It's just a forest. Look at all that snow. It will be awesome. We can take the sled. I'm not a baby. He smiled and laughed. While putting my boots on, I called down the hall. But not to the graveyard, right? A forest of broad leaves. In winter, each becomes its own wooden cross. Down the corridor, down the stairs, Dad threw my gloves at me. Then the conifer one. Snow deeper than my ankles, we crunched our way forward on the sidewalk, onwards to the small dent in the snow that usually was a path. A few steps before we reached the trees, Dad stopped. He closed his eyes and stretched his arms to the side and breathed the cold air deep into his lungs. He smiled. I brushed my hat back and looked up at the sky. It's not even 3. He opened his eyes, looked up, and shrugged. It's winter. Between the evergreens and the sky was barely visible. Dark green was dark gray. In the distance, gray turned into black. Dad, is it darker over there? Oh, you scare easy, don't you? He reached for a handful of snow, and I quickly turned away. Hey, I'm not going to throw it. I waited, but nothing hit me. I turned slowly to look at him. His right glove was stretched towards me, palm up, with a small heap of white snow. He was chewing something. Taste it. He taught me about the bacteria and the dead cells on your tongue. What you taste when you eat snow is yourself, your own dying cells. Of course, he didn't say it like that. Dad had always liked winter. When I was too small to walk, he would pull my sled. Later, he had carried me on his shoulders. Then, someday, I had to walk beside him. It was weird for me to walk through a frozen landscape with no goal or purpose, just to walk into the forest and back. This is nature. I know. This is real life, not like your TV. Dad. No, really, this is the world we live in. This is what you need to realize. This is what you need to experience. You can't become a real adult unless you have felt and smelled and tasted the world around you. Dark gray on lighter gray. Dad, is something over there? It's just the wind and your imagination. The dark gray disappeared in the other grays. But there are like deer and stuff, right? Are you sure there aren't any wolves? Dad laughed. That laugh again. My stomach tingles and hurts just thinking about his deep, full, growling and roaring laughter. He grabbed a handful of snow. I was not prepared for the cold white being crushed all over my face. The cold white, in that light, was just the cold gray. Snow fight. He threw, I threw, he threw more. I ran. He chased me. Throw, chase, until my breath ran out. I hid behind a tree, and he threw snowball after snowball against it, and a fine dust of snow rained over me. Fast, one-handed snowballs, like a human machine gun. Finally, he paused, and I rushed around the tree to throw a big, icy hard ball at him. I hit his chest. Only one of his snowballs missed my face. We both laughed. This happiness he only had in winter, out there. He closed his eyes and breathed deeply again. This is life. I grabbed snow with both my hands. I'm not a fool, Dad. His weight fell on me, pressed my face in the snow. I screamed and he laughed more. Let me go. Not until you become a real adult. You're killing me. Become an adult then. I am an adult. I am an adult. Let me go. No. Eat it. What? His hand held a snowball toward my face, gray as the world around us. Taste it. Why? Someday you'll thank me. I wrestled one of my hands free and took the snowball. You're crazy, Dad. I took a bite, and he rolled off me. Now, that's a real adult. This is disgusting. He got up. It's just snow. It tastes different from the other one before. He grinned. Maybe there's some wolf pee in there. I'm serious, and look, there are some darker spots. You shouldn't listen so much to your mother. He took the remainder of the snowball from my hand and threw it through the trees. I didn't see where it landed. The world was so dark that I didn't see much at all. Dad, it's really dark now. It's not even 4. Let's go home, please. He brushed the snow from his clothes. Fine. We followed our footsteps back. The trees stood closer than before. The sky was more gray than black. Somewhere to the right, again and again, a gray moved on top of the other grays. Dad, there really is something. You can feel when others are nervous. You can see it from the way their eyes narrow slightly. Dad's eyes narrowed. There's nothing. Are you sure this is the way we came? He pointed toward the footprints in the snow. Those are yours. Are you sure we're alone? He looked around quickly, and I too looked, but the gray was thick, suffocating, impenetrable, shades of gray in all directions, a line of footprints, our only guide. His pace quickened. Yes, I'm really sure. Okay. I didn't mention that there was a moving gray on to the right. I saw his eyes move there. I saw his eyes scan the ground. He took a step to the left, closer to me, then stopped and let me pass. Behind me, he broke a stick off a fallen branch that was sticking through the snow. With 2 big steps, he caught up. He was to my left. The stick was in his right hand. Let's hurry, I'm really cold. I nodded with my head straight, but with my eyes to the right. The dark gray moving, a shape larger than my dad. I'm scared. He let me pass again and switched to my right side. There's nothing to be scared of. His steps got bigger, so big I had trouble keeping up. His breathing, my breathing, our feet crunching through the snow, and the wind whispering, brushing through the trees and branches, snow falling. We were walking fast. The snowflakes were gray. His head was turned slightly to the right. The dark gray was still there, behind the trees, keeping pace, getting bigger. For a moment, his head turned to me. Let's have some fun. His voice was flat. I walked faster. I just want to go home, Dad. You really don't need to be scared. The world was so dark that the tips of the trees fused with the sky. Dad, I hate this forest. Okay, you want to go home. Let's have a race. I didn't answer. I ran. Dad ran. The gray ran. I heard it running. Dad pulled past me. Come on, you can beat me. Even while running, he held the stick high. I can't go faster. Yes, you can. My legs were hurting, my feet slipping in the snow. I can't. You're an adult. You can. A light peeked through the trees. a loud cracking of breaking wood from our right. I could run faster, faster than even I could think where to run. Just straight, just after Dad, just toward the light. My feet flying through the snow, the air more and more thick with gray snowflakes. Him ahead of me shouting, "Come on!" I'm trying. My legs flying. There was a stick or a stone. My left leg didn't land where it should have landed. I scream. Mine. Pain in my head, cold everywhere. The taste of cold snow and warm blood in my mouth. His voice. "Get up! Get up!" Hands pulling me up. A scream. His scream. The hands let go. His feet ran past me. There was a bang, cracking wood. A moan that wasn't his. "Get up!" My hands pressed on the cold ground. "Get away!" Then he screamed. Again the sound of cracking wood, heavy thuds on the ground. I pushed myself up on shaking legs, my head toward the right. "Run!" A loud thud behind me, popping sounds of many small breaking branches. My legs running, my mind pure panic. His moan behind me. I passed the last tree. White snowflakes flew by my face. "Dad!" Behind me just gray. Gray sky fusing with gray trees, fusing with gray nothing. No sound but the wind. A path light gray fusing into the dark gray of the distance. There, the movie ends. Then it rewinds. Then it plays again. The police were called at 5:22 p.m. A snowstorm. When they arrived, not even 20 minutes later, there were no footprints to be seen. When the storm was over, a search party found his right glove. Every year, when the first white falls from the sky, I put on his glove. My hand, his hand, reaches down, grabs a handful, and throws it into my open mouth. Cold, a crunchy, nearly sticky feeling. A taste like iron, like blood. Alright, my lovely lilies, thank you so much for watching the new video. If you can, hit that subscribe and like button, comment below and tell me your thoughts. Also, don't forget to tap the little notification bell so you're always in the know on this channel. As well, guys, you can always find me on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and always you can hit me up in my emails. Feel free to send me your stories, whether they're fiction or totally true. I'm always up for some great stories. And oh, by the way, until next time, sweet dreams.